Hi everyone, welcome to my snack. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on the Titan Submersible, the founder, and effectively what went wrong and what could have been done better. On June 18th, 2023, 5 people descended into the Atlantic Ocean to explore the wreck of the Titanic, but they never came back. The OceanGate submersible, Titan, suffered a catastrophic implosion, killing everyone on board instantly. The tragedy sparked global headlines, not just because of the lives lost, but because the disaster may have been preventable. In this video we're going to explore who was Stockton Rush, the man behind the Titan. Why was the submersible criticised by experts before the dive? And what exactly went wrong, and in what order? So this is the full story of the Titan tragedy. We're going to try and tell it with respect, but also the necessary scrutiny. Stockton Rush was an aerospace engineer and entrepreneur. He dreamed of doing for the deep ocean what Elon Musk was doing for space, making it accessible, commercial, and exciting. In 2009, Rush founded OceanGate, and over the next decade, developed crewed submersibles aimed at scientific research and exploration. Titan, their most ambitious project, would go where few dared, nearly 4,000 meters below sea level to visit the Titanic. Rush often dismissed controversial safety standards. He openly criticised regulations and proudly claimed Titan operated under an experimental classification, bypassing traditional certifications. Rush once said, "There hasn't been an injury in the commercial sub-industry in over 35 years. It's obscenely safe, because they have all these regulations, but it also hasn't innovated. But innovation without oversight has its dangers." A number of engineers and industry experts raised concerns, especially about Titan's design. Titan was not built like a typical deep-sea submarine. Instead of an all-metal hull, it used carbon fibre cylinder with titanium end caps, a risky combination. Carbon fibre is light and strong, but not predictable under the repeated pressure cycles of deep-sea diving. Tiny imperfections can grow over time, leading to potential failure, often without warning. Unlike other submarines certified by groups like DNV or ABS, Titan was never independently pressure tested to full ocean depth with a third-party verification. OceanGate said it conducted internal tests, but in 2018, David Lockridge, the company director of marine operations, warned that the hull's integrity was unproven, and when he insisted on further safety testing, he was fired and later filed a whistleblower lawsuit. In David Lockridge's court filing in 2018, he said, "This could result in passengers being exposed to extreme danger in an experimental submarine." Yet despite these warnings, dives continued. Rush insisted the design was sound and the carbon fibre was rated for more than 4,000 meters. But as Titan kept diving repeatedly, it may have been silently degrading. On June 18th, 2023, Titan was deployed from its support vessel, the Polar Prince, about 400 miles off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. On board were 5 people: Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate; Hamish Harding, British billionaire and adventurer; Paul-Henri Nargeolet. Sorry, I'm probably butchering these last 2 names. He was a Titanic expert and former French Navy commander. And then Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son, Sulman. Members of one of Pakistani's wealthiest family. The submersible launched at approximately 8 a.m, descending towards the Titanic wreck, which lies about 12,500 feet or 3,800 meters below sea level. At first everything appeared normal. Titan maintained accurate communication with the surface, sending regular updates, but around 9:45 a.m, about 1 hour and 45 minutes into the dive, all contact was lost. No distress signal, no indication of trouble, just silence. The disappearance triggered a massive international search effort. The US Coast Guard, Canadian Navy, private vessels, and even the French sent a robot submersible. Planes and ships scanned over 10,000 square miles of oceans, but behind the scenes, the US Navy had already heard something chilling: an underwater acoustic anomaly detected near the wreck site, and consistent with a submersible implosion. Just minutes after the Titan lost contact. Still, officials kept searching in hopes of a miracle. On June 22nd, debris was found approximately 1,600 feet from the Titanic's bow. The pieces matched the Titan, the nose cone, part of the pressure hull, and the tail section. The Coast Guard confirmed the Titan had suffered a catastrophic implosion. All 5 aboard were presumed unalived. While official investigations are ongoing, experts now believe that the carbon fibre hull failed under immense pressure, likely due to material fatigue or microscopic structural failure. At a depth of 3,800 metres, the pressure is over 6,000 psi, effectively like having 2,500 large vehicles pressing on every square metre of the hull. One small flaw in the carbon fibre could lead to an instantaneous collapse, and that's exactly what seems to have happened. There was no time to react. The implosion would have unalived everyone in less than a millisecond. Recovery teams later brought up more debris, including presumed human remains, confirming the severity of the disaster. OceanGate quickly suspended all operations. Public trust in deep-sea tourism was shaken. Industry leaders and ocean scientists called for stricter safety standards, independent testing, and clearer regulations for private ventures. The tragedy also sparked debates. Was this the cost of pushing boundaries or warning about cutting corners? Rush once claimed, "You have to be willing to take risks. There's a limit, of course, but that's where innovation lies." But now, the line between bravery and recklessness is more under scrutiny than ever. Let's hope this is a turning point where we remember that exploration is noble, but respecting the deep sea is essential. Thank you for watching my second ever video on this channel. If you found it, interesting, or you like the story, please do share it, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm very new to all this, so any suggestions at all for content, topics, or recording upgrades, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank you very much.